Welcome back to the Morning Blend. If you've ever felt a little humbled when you can't pronounce the items on a fancy menu, don't worry.
That's right. I've been asking all morning. Our next guests are big on upscale food and cocktails, but they keep the atmosphere cozy and casual. You can ask as many times as you want, just like I did before we got to the segment. Joining us now from the brand new restaurant called The Original, we've got the owner, Eric Rzepka, and the executive chef, Vinny Cornils. Good to have you guys here.
Good to be here.
Hello, guys.
Okay,
Yummy.
so we're just going to ask you again, the name of this sauce is?
Chasseur.
And you're not going to be able to pronounce it on the menu. No.
Chasseur. Is that French?
It is. It translates in French to hunter sauce.
Okay.
So the story behind it is when they would go hunting, they would pick some mushrooms and some onions on their way back. There'd be some sort of salt pork product, and they would bring it home, make a stew dish out of it.
I hope we're going to be able to
Chasseur.
taste it because it smells phenomenal. What kind of dishes do you prepare at The Original? Because you're still fairly new. I think people consider you a new restaurant on the scene.
That's right. So we have a seasonal rotating menu. We change it about every 8 weeks, where 2 to 3 entrees change.
Oh, wow.
We keep the vegetables seasonally appropriate, and so everything's done from scratch in our kitchen. Always interesting.
Where
always
are
fun
you guys?
cocktails.
Where are you located?
We're on Bartlett and Bradford.
Okay.
Just about 3 blocks north of North Avenue and 1 block west of Oakland.
We need to hit that up.
I know. It's not too far from here. So here's the deal. We keep saying it's this upscale restaurant, but with this cozy, casual atmosphere. So how do you, is that a pretty good, accurate description of the feel when you go in the restaurant?
That's really our target of the environment that we wanted to create. We wanted to make sure that we had really high quality food, high quality cocktails, great wine offerings, hyper local beer offerings, but we wanted to keep it comfortable and casual so people can come as they like and not feel intimidated by the atmosphere of the restaurant, but still enjoy really great food.
I love that hyper local. We'll get to the cocktails in a
Hyper-local
second because
beers.
you're going to mix one up.
I am.
Talk about what you put there in your pan and what you're making for us.
So this is the start of the sauce. It's a little bit of butter, some bacon, some mushrooms that we source locally from Mushroom Mike down in Walker's Point,
That's awesome.
and some roasted pearl onions. You just kind of saute that a little bit, and then you take your pre-braised short rib, put that into the pan,
Oh my gosh, that looks delicious. Oh yeah.
couple ladles of the delicious braising liquid.
Whoa. A little brazen liquid.
That looks so good. All right, should we mix up a cocktail while that's kind of finishing before you plate it up?
Yeah,
Sure, we can do
All
that.
right, what you got?
So we got the Vieux Carré, which is a modified Manhattan. This is done with rye whiskey, cognac,
whiskey.
sweet vermouth, and a little Benedictine.
Okay.
This cocktail was first made in the 1930s in New Orleans
Oh yeah, that's right. We said a New Orleans favorite.
at the Carousel Bar. So at The Original, we've been trying to bring back a lot of classics for people so that way they can taste what's been historically done in cocktails, something different than a highball or something like that.
Yes.
There's a number of classics out there. In fact, our expanded menu, which we'll be launching this weekend, will have about 100 classic cocktails as well as about 20 craft cocktails.
Oh, okay.
So we're really trying to give people the opportunity
that guy?
to try. That was a little bit of Peychaud bitters and a little Angostura bitters.
Ooh,
To make this guy.
it's fancy. I
know.
like it.
I like your shaker
And here's the deal. You
mixing
guys are during the week only open for dinner, right?
We are open during the week for dinner, 7 nights a week.
Yep.
From 4 to 9 p.m. We're open until 10 o'clock on
Oh, stirred,
both
not
Fridays.
shaken?
That's
Yeah.
correct. We want a
Okay.
nice smooth mouthfeel. We don't want to aerate that. The aeration in this cocktail would add too much lightness to it and it would lengthen the flavors. So we want to have a nice smooth texture on this one so that way it's good. If we have citrus in the cocktail, then we'll shake it so they properly mix into the cocktail.
I would say that's hyper-spirited.
Yeah.
Hyper-spirited.
It's gonna be
It's
great.
spirit forward.
Yes.
This will be a very spirit-forward cocktail. The Benedictine adds a little bit of herbal and bitter notes. The sweet vermouth adds a little bit of sweet notes. So you get a little bit of spirit-forward first, followed by a nice backbone of bitters and herbal flavors with a little bit of sweet in there as well.
Who doesn't want a drink that's made in a shaker thing like that?
I know. And in a
Okay.
fancy glass.
Manhattan's my favorite if I'm doing a spirit forward drink, so
it's-
I'll be the judge of this.
All right.
It's your favorite too, Chef?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I know you're making a dinner favorite here, but what kind of food for brunch? Because you guys have brunch on Saturday and Sunday, right?
Yes.
Correct.
So you got brunch as well. Is it kind of classics, or are there different takes on the classics?
Go on.
It's a lot of classics. We have the classic Eggs Benedict with ham, English muffin, hollandaise. a BLT with an egg on it. We do
Yum.
kind of like a Monte Cristo with French toast battered English muffin bread.
Do you serve it with strawberry
Jam?
jelly?
No.
That's okay.
I said jam, you said jelly.
Okay, I'm going to try this one. Notice I picked
Yes.
the cold one. Handle
All
the
right,
warm
that's
one
all
one
right.
at a No, this looks fantastic.
cold,
Can't
too.
wait to taste this. What, you know, there are new restaurants that come out from time to time. What do you think
that's good.
sets you apart? How are you going to stand out from the crowd?
I think the biggest
Oh, you
thing
can
is that
plate it, too.
as we prepared our menu, we picked a craft cocktail that we created from scratch to go with each of our menu items, as well as we recommend a beer and a wine pairing. So we really kind of
that's
take
cool.
some.
It's spirit forward, isn't it? It's real good. It's
Is that
delicious.
delicious?
So we give people some ability to try something new in addition to whatever they pick for their entree, or if they want to drink whatever they want, we have an extensive menu as well too. But I think that pairing, as well as kind of Vinny's southern style of cooking, he has a very Midwestern southern style contemporary American. So everything is kind of fresh and interesting.
Yeah, what's going on the bottom there?
So this is a little lemon parsnip puree.
Oh my goodness.
A little,
So good.
a little different than your normal mashed potatoes. This dish really, when it comes down to it, is kind of a upscale pot roast and mashed potatoes.
Oh, does that
My
have
kinda
a
But you know, the lemon and the parsnip just kind of gives it that little
Okay.
difference. That
Here's
we're
the
going
deal.
to.
I'm going to let you plate that up.
Here.
I got to
We're out
share
of
the
time. You gotta put
information,
it on
you guys, for the restaurant. Then we'll taste it real quick. So you plate it up while I put up the information for the original. You got to stop on out. Dinner only, right?
Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday, correct.
Then Saturday and Sunday, you also offer a delicious brunch.
Yes.
The original, mke.com is the website to visit, or to make a reservation, call 414-763-4811. And here's this dish.
Yum. And there's a Valentine's Day special too, so you can stop in for that. And they've got that running over Valentine's Day, Thursday through Sunday, with a 4-course pairing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay, I'll let you taste
I'll
that.
taste it. You
I'll
read.
read. All right.